Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Hancho Hamza, I'm done. Eid Mubarak, all y'all. Sup, Lena? We're waiting for Abu Noor to hop on this real quick. Triple H sent a request. Triple H, I'll get you in as soon as, let's try to get Abu Noor in real quick. If he is... He's not in here yet. But hopefully y'all had an amazing Eid. Assalamu alaikum. Eid's still going, but inshallah. What's up, Saleh? Hold on. Abu Noor, where you at? Yo, if anyone's talking to Abu Noor right now, I can't really pause this. Could y'all like text Abu Noor and be like, yo, hop on the live so I could request him to be in the video? Salam Lena. Eid Mubarak, yes. Ummah Eid Mubarak. Bro, I haven't responded to any of my texts, bro. The amount of Eid Mubarak texts that we've gotten, bro, I gotta go through and sit down and go through all of them. Thank you, Triple H. You know, if anyone's on Shura that wants to join, let's hop on this real quick until Abu Noor is ready. Let me. Triple H. Oh no. Eid Mubarak, Janan. Anyone want to hop on the live until Abu Noor hops on? If you want. Until then, you guys need to look at my ugly face. But we get it. You're famous. Stop it. All right, but salams everyone. FYI, so this is gonna be our Shura unveiling, inshallah, for next year. This process was crazy, honestly. We did all our interviews online over Zoom, and usually it's like in person. So, salam Sada, I nominate Triple H. So inshallah, we're gonna go through that today. Unveil the new Shura. I wish we had like a barbecue. I wish quarantine wasn't here, so we could have a whole barbecue and unveil it like we did last year. But unfortunately, that's not an option. Salam Zarif. Salam Zisidra. You're more beautiful, Farag. All right. Okay. Someone requested. Triple H still requested. Waiting for Triple H. Oh my God, we need Abu Noor.
Assalamu
What's up, Triple H?
What up?
How you doing?
How's everybody doing? Eid Mubarak, everybody. Hope you guys, as Ramadan and Eids went really well. Alhamdulillah. Thanks for putting me on, Jamal.
I'm gonna text Abu Noor real quick.
Okay. So here's the deal. Give me what's the word? I'll do like 2 bars.
Okay, Abu Noor's in here.
Okay, never mind.
You can come back here at the end, Triple H, right?
Okay. I'll prepare something good for you, inshallah.
All right, bet. Sounds good, inshallah.
Assalamu
alaikum. All right, Abu Noor, I'm about to add you in. There you go. Eid Mubarak. Eid Mubarak, Hamza. I hope you're well, bro. Welcome, Abu Noor.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
How are you doing?
Alhamdulillah. How are you?
Alhamdulillah. Today we are unveiling our new Shura, inshallah. And hopefully, any thoughts you have to the whole interview process since you were there and how it's completely different from this year compared to years in the past?
Yeah, I mean, everything's been different. Everything's a new experience, a lot of stuff to learn, mashallah. But I think everyone who was involved in the process in the past, and even those who are for the first time, I can share that, mashallah, we had more than ever before in terms of interest, in terms of people wanting to step forward and contribute to Ummah. So that's what makes me really happy and really confident about the future of Ummah, regardless of the circumstances that we're in.
Yes. How was your Eid, Abu Noor?
How's my Eid?
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah. It was good. It's still, wasn't normal again as usual. I said, this time because I just gave a Eid khutbah to just my immediate family here, so it was the least appreciative or interested Eid crowd that I've ever had. I'll say that. So alhamdulillah.
Yeah, I've never ever seen my dad give a khutbah before, but he did it this Eid because he was forced to. But alhamdulillah, it was awesome.
Alhamdulillah. But yeah, it was good to be with family and it's still Eid, mashallah.
Alhamdulillah.
I didn't do any of these drive-in things, so I don't know what other people's experience were, but yeah.
Yeah. I just wanted to go see family. Yeah, like from the outside. We went and sat in the backyard, 6 feet apart from each other. Said salam. In the 85 degrees heat, blazing sun. Alhamdulillah.
I see my daughter said she appreciated it, but I couldn't see that on her face. So it's nothing wrong.
Oh.
It's nothing wrong with not appreciating. You don't have to pretend to appreciate.
Mm-hmm.
Alhamdulillah.
Abu Noor, is there any kind of Eid message you want to spread to our followers right now? We have 25 people watching before we go
MashaAllah.
ahead.
Yeah, actually, I had one thought that I wanted to share with everybody as we announce the new people, and it won't take long at all, but it is kind of in the form of a story that I wanted to share. So, mashallah, I know this is the day that we would normally have our Pavers of the Way class, but I wanted to share a very brief story that I was thinking of recently from a companion of the Prophet ﷺ. And one of the reasons I was thinking of this story, especially in light of us announcing the Shura today, is that it kind of reminded me of how, alhamdulillah, even now when I talk to the alumni and they ask about how are the new batch of students, and when I talk to the current students and they ask how it was back in the day and all these kind of things, it made me think of, so one time, you think of the tabi'een, okay? So the tabi'een, the generation that came after the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So these were people who grew up in Islam and grew up in a totally different time. And one of the time amongst the tabi'een, and you imagine these young kids are a little enthusiastic and a little, they are really committed to Islam, but they only lived through a certain experience. And they said one time that they were, some of these young enthusiastic people were sitting around and someone told them that this old man, I imagine this old man in the masjid was a companion, was a sahabi. This person was a companion of the Prophet ﷺ. So the young people come up to him and they say, Hudayfa ibn al-Yaman. And they said, they tell us, is it true that you were a companion of the Prophet Muhammad? Is it true that you were with him and you saw him and all these kind of things? Tell us some stories of what it was like, as we all would. Tell us some stories of what it was like. And what I like to just draw attention to is both how Hudayfa starts the story, but how Hudayfa ends the story. And I think in that are the guidance that I would like to give to everyone as we go forward for this year. Both the Shura members who are leaving and graduating, but also the Shura members who are continuing on, or the new Shura members, or everyone else out here listening, whether you're on the Shura or not, that's part of UMMA. So Hudayfa starts off by saying, contrary to what they would expect, Hudayfa starts off by saying, what do I remember most is that we went through some very hard times. Life was actually really hard living with the Prophet ﷺ. So he's saying that things were very difficult, that we didn't have some of the luxuries that you have now. We didn't have some of the things set up that you had now. We had to set it all up ourselves. We had to face persecution different than what you faced. So he said we had a lot of hard times. And then, of course, he shares the beautiful story of the Battle of the Khandaq. And I won't share all the story, but in the Battle of the Khandaq, the conditions were really bad. So it was kind of a siege, and the Muslims and the people who had gathered around them, the Confederates that had gathered around them, were all kind of facing out against each other. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent weather conditions that made it very cold, and that made it very difficult to even do anything. So the Muslims were all like huddled together, and they're waiting out the siege. And Hudayfa is one of them. And he said that during that time, I remember the Prophet ﷺ, he said, we need to find out what's going on with the other side. We need to find out what's going on with the Confederates against us. And he said, whoever will go up and find out what's going on, I'll be their companion in Jannah. So you may have heard the story. And then Hudayfa said, nobody moved at all because we were so cold and we were so tired. Nobody did anything. And then, because these young people, when Hudayfa told them that life was hard, they had said, if we were living at the time of the Prophet, we would have carried him everywhere we went. He wouldn't even have to walk or anything. Like, we would have taken care of him. So Hudayfa is telling them that actually, people better than you, these companions, they were asked to do something and no one did it, including me. I didn't do it because it was just so cold and so hard. And he was just calling for a general volunteer. And as we all know from community work, we all know from any task that we have, if you just call in general, can someone do this? Can someone take care of this task? Most of the time, nobody will respond. So the Prophet ﷺ called a few times, and then finally the Prophet ﷺ said, Ya Hudayfa, told me specifically by name and told me, go over and do this thing, take care of this. Go over and see what's going on in that camp. So Hudayfa went, and Hudayfa first said that when the Prophet ﷺ made dua for me, And I had to do it because he told me directly I had to do it. He said, immediately I felt better, like the cold went away, because I was on a mission for the Prophet ﷺ. And he said, when I went there, still I saw the horrible condition that they were in. You can imagine the weather was just as bad for them, but they were all fighting each other, and they were all saying like they had given up hope and everything like that. And then he came back because the Prophet told him, don't hurt anybody, don't do anything, just come back. So he came back and he told the Prophet ﷺ that they are facing the same horrible condition we're facing, but they don't have Iman. They don't have Allah and His Messenger. So this is some general advice that I want for Ummah to face and for the Muslims to face during this time of pandemic, however long it lasts and as we're going forward. That we are feeling the same hard conditions of everyone else. We are feeling the hardship and the loss and the struggles of everyone else. But I want us, when people look at us, when people look at Ummah, when people look at the Muslim students, I want them to say, they're going through the same thing everyone else is, but they have something special. They take it with a different attitude. They work harder. They look out for each other more. They do all these beautiful things because they have something different. They have Allah and His Messenger. And so, but the other beautiful thing is, how does the story end of Hudayfa? The story ends of Hudayfa that when he first comes back, he said he found the Prophet ﷺ praying in the night, and he found he had one of the wraps that his wife used to wear, one of the shawls around the Prophet ﷺ. And he said that the Prophet ﷺ didn't stop praying, but he just motioned him to come, and he said he threw the wrap around him as well. So Hudayfa came and was with the Prophet ﷺ. So Hudayfa remembered the hardship, and he remembered what he accomplished. And that will be the same, I hope, for all of you. That will be the same, I hope, for all of you who have worked in Ummah, who have contributed to Ummah, from the smallest role to the largest role. I hope that you remember some of the difficulties that you encountered. I hope you remember some of the work you put forth, because anything that's worth doing has difficulty in it. So you should know, you're going to remember the difficulties, but you're going to remember your beautiful sense of accomplishment. And at the end, the most beautiful thing that you're going to remember are the relationships that you form. So at the end, he remembered being in that blanket with the Prophet ﷺ, or being in the shawl or whatever, you are with the Prophet ﷺ, and those relationships that would last forever. So I just want, the last guidance I want to offer is that indeed, we are in a special time of hardship now, but there's always hardship in this world that we're in. There's a lot of loneliness in the world. There's a lot of sadness in the world. There's a lot of people without purpose in the world. And this is true just as much, if not more so, for people on college campuses. So my goal, what I hope everyone in Ummah feels like they did and takes pride in what they did, and those who are going on will work to accomplish, that they can be someone who worked and put forth effort so that someone was a little less lonely, so that someone had a little more fun in their college experience, so that someone had a little more meaning and purpose in what they were doing. And if you did that, then you did something truly, truly special and truly, truly amazing. The last thing that I want to mention, I don't know if I already said that, but this is truly the last thing I want to mention, is that, you know, as Muslims, it's always good for us to take glad tidings. The Prophet ﷺ used to take glad tidings from the names of people that he would encounter. So he used to look, and this is one of the beautiful things about Muslims, that many of us have very beautiful names. And so the Prophet ﷺ would take glad tidings for the names. So like when he was negotiating a treaty, and the other people sent Suhail ibn Amr. This is Suhail who became a companion, but before he was a companion, the Prophet ﷺ said, this is Suhail, so it's a glad tidings from Allah that this process will be easy for us. This process will have ease in it. And so I would say that when I was looking at Ummah for this year, and when I think of Ummah for this year, I take glad tidings from the very top of the leadership of Ummah, that Ummah is about things that bring beauty to campus. So we have Jamal, and we have Ummah as an organization that brings beauty to campus. And then we have Rifqa. We have an organization that is about that kindness and that gentleness and that rifq. But of course, whereas sometimes we may associate beauty with arrogance or being far above people, the true beauty, the true Jamal is not arrogant at all. And while we may sometimes associate kindness and gentleness with weakness, true rifq, true kindness and gentleness is as strong as you can be. So that's what Ummah, inshallah ta'ala, was for this year, and a presence for people on campus. And as we look forward, I don't want to give any spoilers, but as we look forward to the leaders for next year, I take glad tidings in the leaders, because I want this ummah, as we look forward to the next year, to be a source of light on this campus, to be a source of nur, and to be a source of rahmah, to be a source of compassion and mercy for all the Muslims and all the other people as we go through this hardship. So inshallah ta'ala, for next year's Shura, be that source of nur, be that source of rahmah. Know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put you in the time and place that He put you in because you were the best person for it and you have gifts for it. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless and accept all the efforts of those who are completing their time on the Shura, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless all those who are continuing on, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless those who are joining new, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless everyone who's part of Ummah, regardless if you're on the Shura or not. You have a role to play. If you ever feel like you don't have a role or you don't know what your role is, come and speak to me, set up an appointment, and I will tell you exactly what your role is, inshallah ta'ala. Jazakumullahu khair. Thank you so much for letting me share that.
Jazakallah, Abu Noor. That was beautiful and very, very heartfelt. I don't think any of the shuras of the past, any of the shuras now could have done what they did and had any successful events without your guidance. So alhamdulillah, and big one-ups. And anyone that's in Ummah, whether you're on Shura or not on Shura, please utilize Abu Noor, since he's on campus. He's not graduating. He'll be there, inshallah. So please don't do that. But thank you so much for sharing.
Should I jump off now to get Rif done, or how is it?
You can jump off, or I can remove you, one of the two. Whatever you want to do.
Assalamu alaikum. Allah.
All right. Okay. So now we're gonna go ahead and add Rifka to the live. Waiting for Rif. Join us. Kicked up Abu Noor off.
That's so funny. Assalamu alaikum. How's everybody doing?
Alhamdulillah. So for those of you guys who don't know, my name is Jamal. I'm the president of Ummah, and this is Rifka, the vice president. I think before anything else, I think we should give a big thank you to the Shura for this year, and also a big thank you to
Alhamdulillah, yeah.
Going into this year, like, there were so many people that transferred in, and a lot of new freshmen, faces that we never ever saw at Ummah, and a lot of you guys are probably watching this, and it was literally like an amazing pleasure to meet everyone and to interact with everyone, because I think our events really doubled in size. We had way more people, and way more people helping out, so many new perspectives, which is awesome.
Yeah. I just want to thank Abu Noor again. Honestly, his guidance, we wouldn't be anywhere without it. And you know, Abu Noor, his name's not Abu Noor, but we all call him that, and he's the father of the light. He keeps shedding that light on Ummah, alhamdulillah. And inshallah, he'll always stay there.
Inshallah.
But hopefully you guys are having a great Eid weekend. It's 3 days, but I usually don't celebrate the 3 days. Do you celebrate the 3 days?
I mean, I think me and my family are barbecuing today, so. But that's
that's nice.
That's because we were supposed to do it yesterday, but we all ended up taking Eid naps.
So. Eid naps hit different, man.
Yeah, I mean, so before anything else, let's give a big shout out and a big thank you to everyone that was on Shura this year. We had COVID, we had a lot of things come up. Tennessee got canceled, or MSA games got canceled, Showdown got canceled, and we still were able to figure it out, still able to host amazing events. And it's all thanks to everyone on this amazing team. Abu Noor,
alhamdulillah.
We had Rifka here as VP this year. She did an amazing job. On education, we had Hind and Janan. We also had Umar Latif, who headed all that for all our weekly classes, which was great. Huge shout out to Sardar for graphic design. We're always pummeling him with graphic design requests for flyers. So big thank you to Sardar for helping out with that and being able to support us when we need it. Sada, Noor, and Lena as our event coordinators, putting together our amazing events. Woot woot. All our committees for events and everyone that helps out. Thank you to you too as well. Without volunteers to be able to help out with events, we won't be able to make it happen. I think Fastathon, alhamdulillah, was a huge success this year because of all the volunteers that helped out. We have Noor Ryan as well as historian and secretary. She did a great job keeping us together at our meetings. That is Abu Noor's daughter, for everyone that wants to know. Abu Noor, that is Noor. Laddu, we wouldn't be able to have any of the funding that we have without
God, shout out Laddu.
Finessing the funding. We had him and Imad. Imad was the intern for this year's Shura with Laddu, to be able to learn off of him. Am I missing anyone? Hossein! We had Hossein at social media, being able to post everything on our Instagram, on our Facebook, create our event pages. So alhamdulillah, that was great. So without
Did we
the
mention
team,
our mentors?
oh, we did, Janan, right?
Oh,
Hind.
Jinan and Hind, yeah.
They mentored us amazingly and helped out with education.
Also, shout out to the best president, Jamal, over here. Mashallah, Jamal, you did such an amazing job, like carrying us all this year. Like, without Festathon wouldn't be what it was without your organizational skills and everything. So, thank you so much for all that and your work.
No, man. Like literally, I'm just trying to do my best. You know, there's always times where you can do better, and that's how I felt a lot of times this year. But alhamdulillah, our events ran smoothly, and
Especially with Zoom, like you're doing an amazing job, Jamal. Just wanted to shout you out for that because honestly,
thank you, man.
it's going great, alhamdulillah. So
I
thank
wish
you
we
for
had
all
an Eid barbecue right now. Like last year,
I
for those of you guys
know.
that are transfers or freshmen, if y'all don't know, last year we had an Eid barbecue where we announced the Shura there. We had a barbecue. It was like a few days after Eid. Oh my God. But inshallah next year, inshallah the Shura for next year, please put something like that together.
And invite us.
Inshallah, maybe later, if stuff eases off, maybe later this summer, you guys might see on the side. It might not be officially Ummah correlated, but we'll invite everyone and we'll have our own barbecue speech or something. Inshallah.
Inshallah.
Yeah.
We're keeping the suspense up, huh? We're not gonna.
Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. So I want to say, so we had so many applications for Shura this year. We had so many interviews that we went through, and honestly, if we could put everyone on Shura, I would have put everyone on Shura because everyone brought something different to the table. Everyone brought something unique and valuable that we want to have on Shura or want to have on a committee and want to have a part of Ummah. So everyone is super valuable, and I don't want this. If you didn't make it for this for this position or any position that you applied for, to know that you are still a huge part of Ummah. It doesn't mean that you're not part of Ummah. It doesn't mean that you're not a huge part of it. You could also contribute via the committees. We could also contribute via the classes and participating and being there to volunteer. And inshallah, you can apply again next year. This was something that was really hard for all of us, honestly.
100%. It was so difficult. We had to have like more than one meeting about it. But seriously, all the applicants were just so amazing. Please, if you really don't think that you have to be on Shura to be able to propose an event or any type of program or anything, like literally just go to one of the Shura members or Abu Nur and you could be just as involved. We even invited people who weren't on Shura to come to attend to the meetings, to come attend our meetings to just talk about what they wanted to see. And so we were able to do a lot of that. So please don't let this deter you from you proposing anything. And yeah.
Definitely, 100%. All right, so we're gonna go from the bottom up. We'll go VP and president last and build up some suspense. But do you want to do the mentors, Rivka?
Yes. Oh God, I lost it.
If you don't got the doc up, I can do it.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, but so alhamdulillah, this year we had amazing mentors in Janan and Hind, and we decided that that's a great role that we want to have for next year as well. People that have Shura experience and people that want to be on Shura and contribute ideas and could guide us to like the right path and make sure we're doing all our events correctly, looking from the outside in. We had two mentors. Our first one is Sardar Khan. Congratulations, Sardar, for making the Shura. He was our graphic designer last year, and we want him to have an even bigger role this year and help guide Ummah, not just from graphics, but from a leadership perspective. So Sardar, and then our other one was Syed Umar Latif. Congrats. He was our education coordinator this year, and now he'll be our mentor. He's actually currently in Alim school, so he's a great resource to have and a great leader, honestly. I recommend everyone having a conversation with Umar Latif, inshallah.
These mentors are there to not only guide the Shura, but to guide other members as well. So if you have any questions about anything, or please feel free to go to the mentors. They have valuable information and skills that they could help with.
Definitely. You want to do service?
Oh, next. Sorry. So for this year, we kind of didn't have a service site that we wanted. We wanted someone would lead us in like a volunteer opportunity to take a bunch of Ummah people to, go maybe do it weekly or monthly. But we didn't really have that this year, but we wanted to include it and make sure it was in there next year. So we have a service leader that's going to be part of Shura that's going to lead a weekly service. And that is going to be Sabrina Wilson.
Woo, congrats, Sabrina.
So congrats, Sabrina. I'm excited to see what service site we're going to have new, because it's important to incorporate that type of aspect in Ummah, because we shouldn't just be like putting on programs and stuff. We should also be going out in the community and doing that work. So I'm excited.
Yeah, for those of you guys who don't know Sabrina, she's always in the Ummah room. She's always there talking to people, always starting something up, always going out to eat, working with Project Taqwa. IFC, she's always on something. So big congrats to Sabrina.
Yeah,
definitely a big addition to the board that we wanted to have this year.
Mhm.
All right, cool. We're gonna go on next to our graphic designer. So our graphic designer Sardar did an amazing job last year, and to carry the torch this year, we have Sidra Mansoor.
Woo!
Congratulations! Woo! Her graphics
Congrats,
are
Sidra.
amazing. She's also always in the Ummah room. You'll always see her around. I think she uses Canvas. I don't know for sure. Sidra, let me know. Put it in the chat. But if you guys need any help for graphics, or you guys see something that you want to be edited on flyers or something, hit up Sidra, and she'll give you definitely some good pointers, and we'll help out. But inshallah, that's going to be
Yes.
amazing.
Yes, inshallah. Next we have outreach director.
You
This is
you're
hilarious.
laughing while you've been saying
I
that.
can't. Next we have outreach director. What is an outreach director? This is also a new position that we have on Shura. We felt it was important to have someone that's not only like, it's not good to, as an organization, to just be keeping with ourselves. We need to make sure that we're doing outreach with not only like other organizations in the school and the university, but also other MSAs, and like we want to see more of that, like more MSAs coming together and whatnot. And so the person who we felt would be the best for this was Mahmoud Awadallah. So congrats, Mahmoud.
Congrats, Waxter on Instagram.
Swaggy
Mahmoud,
on
yeah, congrats, Mahmoud.
TikTok.
For those of you guys who don't know Mahmoud, he was actually one of the MCs who did a amazing job at Fashion this year, along with Radwa. So congratulations, Mahmoud. You're a great personality to have, and someone that we want to have when interacting with other organizations on campus, off of campus, and other MSAs.
Yeah.
We really tried to bring together other MSAs to like Showdown and MSA games. But if we could do something constant other than an event just throughout the year, so everyone's updated on each other's events and attends,
Yeah.
that's something great to have. So I felt we all felt like as a Shura, the outreach would be a great role to add. Congratulations, Mahmoud.
Congrats.
All right. So our social media manager that we have for this year, last year, it was Hussein. This coming year, it is going to be Noor Hajja. Congratulations. Woo! You want to talk a little bit about Noor, Rifka?
Yeah. Noor, I'm so excited for this because like I'm excited to see the more, like, especially since we went online, we need to do like a lot of social media things. So I'm sure like Noor is going to be able to take that and like run with it and like be amazing on our social media, make it aesthetic and pleasing, and like engage our audience and, you know, build on the ummah, because it shouldn't just be like the students that are here, but like outside as well. Congrats, Noor. It was fun. Hind just said, Mahmoud, outreach to me when I graduate. Yes, that's also very true. The outreach director should also be reaching out to alumni.
Alumni is huge. Yeah.
Yeah, shout out Noor. I'm
Shout out
excited.
Noor. Yeah, but the thing is, with social media, we're so excited for this coming year because we want to experiment with so many different things. We want to be able to even branch into TikTok, do other things, make some cool stuff with not just people on Shura, but everyone on board, and have everyone in Ummah, and have pictures and have videos of all of our events. And inshallah, we'll do a great job putting all that together, inshallah, with cool ideas. So, our next candidate for treasurer, we're having 2 treasurers this year. One of those treasurers is going to be Umar Khalifa. So congratulations, Umar. Woo, 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 woo.
Congrats.
For those of you guys who don't know what the treasurer does, the treasurer is a person that actually brings all of our money that we have together, all of our funding at Ummah, and be able to get it from the Paul, all that tuition that we paid, be able to get that money back and bring it to Ummah so we could put together amazing events and get food and get decor if we need to get decor, get halls and book whatever we need to book. So thank you so much, Laddu.
Big shoes y'all need to fill.
3 years, Laddu went off, and he'll be passing that torch down, inshallah, to Umar and our other treasurer, who will shortly announce. And that is going to be...
It's going to be Ahmed Allah. How do you pronounce his last name? Okay. Ahmed, congrats, Ahmed. We're so excited to have you guys. Inshallah, Laddu will, you know, be able to walk you guys through it all, and like, you know, we'll have a smooth transition. Inshallah.
Inshallah. Imad was on this year as Shura as well, and he was able to learn off of Laddu. So inshallah, he'll have that insight as well as learning more from Laddu, and then kind of pass it on to Umar, inshallah. But looking forward to both you guys doing a great job on Shura next year, inshallah. All right, cool. Next, we have education coordinator. We had a lot of applicants for this role and Hind Janan managed all these interviews, so shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out.
But our education coordinator for this year coming up is going to be Watfa Zayed.
Woo, Watfa, congrats. Watfa, we worked with her for what was going to be the showdown, the games or whatever, at DePaul. Watfa, you did amazing with that, and we saw your organizational skills and everything else, and so we were like, it was really that was really helpful for us to see that you would make a great education coordinator.
Definitely, inshallah. And also congrats on all
Yeah.
the SGA stuff going on, Watfa.
Oh yeah.
That's the leadership qualities that we need at Ummah.
Mhm.
So moving on, speaking of MSA games and helping out,
Yes.
we have or that's you, Rifka. Go for it.
Oh, it's okay. Next we have our secretary, who will be responsible for just keeping track of the meetings and everything that Ummah does and stuff. Very important responsibility of like keeping an archive of also what Ummah does throughout the years. And so that's going to be Sabah Sulaiman. Sabah, we actually also saw her and Watfa are awesome, like a dynamic duo. They did really great in keeping with the MSA games. So we know that they'll be great on our Ummah Shura, inshallah.
Yeah. Congratulations, Sabah. Yeah, we got to work with her for MSA games. She did a great job organizationally, like, with Watfa, and the ideas that you brought to the table. Both you guys were amazing, and we need to have you guys on board for this year. So, congratulations.
I keep mixing up games and Showdown.
Yeah, Showdown's Tennessee. Games is the one that was supposed to be on campus. A lot of people didn't know that either. Sometimes I didn't know it either. It's okay. Inshallah, next year we'll figure it out.
Inshallah.
But congratulations, Watfa on education. Congratulations, Sabah on secretary/historian. That's gonna be great, inshallah. Now for our event planners. So.
Oh my God.
So.
Event planner.
The amount of applicants that we had for event planners, guys. Like, if you didn't get event planner, you have no like. Please, like, trust me when I say that we had like at least 15 people apply for event planner.
Yeah.
Like, there were a lot, and we only had to pick 2, and everyone that applied did an amazing job in their interview.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, but our event planner, we have 2 of them. First one that we're gonna talk about is Raisa Munshi. So congratulations, Raisa.
Congrats, Raisa.
I've seen Raisa be super active during our chai chats at the fall. She's also like a big voice on campus. She's been helping out with a lot from. So congratulations to her. Event planners, for those of you guys who don't know, put together our events, from logistics, from people that volunteer, organizing everything. When food's gonna be served, for example, because everyone cares about that. How the program goes. So congratulations to Raisa on that. And then our other event planner
is Noor Ryan. Woo! So congrats, Noor. She was our secretary or historian for this year, but now she's going to be an event planner, and we're so excited for them to be working together to put on amazing Ummah events, inshallah, for this year.
Definitely, inshallah. Congratulations, Noor and Raisa.
Congrats, y'all. You guys are going to do amazing, inshallah.
All right, drum roll.
Wait, I have actually a drum roll.
I think you should do VP since you're VP right now.
Yeah,
hold on,
that's fine.
I'm going to do a drum roll. You go.
Okay, ready? So the vice president for the Shura Ummah is going to be Hussein Abu Rahma.
Congratulations, Hussein!
Congrats to Hussein!
VP!
Yeah, so vice president is going to, we felt Hussein would be in his, of his experience in Ummah and kind of what we saw from him and him taking initiatives and really like lifting Ummah and everything. I kind of wanted to say something.
Live. That's not good.
Oh my. So I wanted to add, like, if you see, okay, for those of you who really want to be, sorry, my brother's like yelling. But for those of you who are really interested in being part of Shura, if you notice, like, there's a pattern of like being like coming to the Ummah room regularly, being part of our events, and like taking an initiative. And so like we really looked at that for kind of people who are going to be on the board. And so these are people who did that and like, you know, really excelled at the tasks that they took on for themselves. And so, yeah, so I'm excited to see Hussein as VP. He really took on the basketball tournament very well, and so has many leadership experiences. So I'm very excited.
Yeah, this year for the basketball tournament, I literally handed it to him. I said, Hussein, we're gonna do a basketball tournament. Take care of it, and he took care of everything from the top down. So subhanallah, he definitely deserves it. So congratulations, Hussein, on vice president next year. You guys are gonna do an amazing.
Congrats.
Job. Yeah. Now.
All right, next.
For our president, or should I say 2, for this coming year. So one of our presidents that we're going to announce is actually graduating at the fall quarter.
Yes.
So that's why we have 2 for this year. So it'll be co-presidents for fall quarter and then 1 president for the rest of the year. But our presidents for this year are going to be Sara Noor and Lena Armuti. Congratulations.
Congrats, y'all.
Oh
I'm
my
so
God.
excited.
The president role is the hardest role to interview for because you had to go through Abu Nur, you got to go through everyone on Shura, everyone needs to approve, everyone gives
Yeah.
you all the
We
pros.
drilled them way harder.
Yeah, our interviews were
But
super tight. But we really look for that leadership quality, that experience on Ummah, and the potential that they have to lead in the future. So
yeah.
congratulations, Sada. Congratulations, Lena. Sada and Lena were actually both our event coordinators for this year's Shura, and they both applied and got president for next year. So congratulations to both of them. Inshallah, they'll lead
Congrats.
Ummah and even better events for next year.
Inshallah. Yeah, so I'm excited for the new Shura. Like after we all decided everything, we really looked at everything and we're like, wow, this is gonna be a great board. So we hope like, you'll take Ummah and like take it really far, and inshallah, it'll be a great year.
Inshallah.
So
Rifka, do you have any advice to a new Shura going into next year?
advice. Always take the initiative to do, don't wait on anyone else to start something. Just start it yourself, and always like say your opinion. Whether it be for events or something, or if you want to put something up, put an event on, everyone's open-minded. So, or try to be open-minded when going into Ummah, because that's one of the most important things. So, yeah, how about you, Jamal?
For me, it's be patient. Everyone works differently. Everyone has different type of personalities. So always be patient. It's really hard. It's really hard, but at times just take a step back, breathe. Everything will be okay. Just kind of gauge situations. Use Abu Nur as someone, please. He's so resourceful on campus. He's a great person to talk to, and he has experience. He's been part of so many shuras in the past, so he knows. He's probably seen it. He's probably seen everything. So definitely 100%. Use Abu Nur. Abu Nur will be happy to help. So please reach out to him as well.
Yeah.
But this is such a stacked shura for next year. Like, I'm so happy with the shura. Inshallah, they're gonna lead some amazing and brilliant events. Sorry, Rifka, were you saying something?
Oh, no. I was just going to say, make sure to always go to the Ummah room and really make it like a place to, not only study, and like see other people, but like, make like lively discussions and intellectual discussions and like, religious and spiritual. And it's really a place to, gather with other Ummah like-minded folks. And so it's nice.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
But yeah.
Yeah, man, I really wish we could have more of a celebration for this, like in person or something.
I know.
But unfortunately, we won't be able to do that. But again, I always want to reiterate, Janan just said it too, that everyone that applied did an amazing job during their interviews.
Yeah.
Everyone that applied brought something amazing to the table. And if you guys didn't get selected for Shura, it's nothing that you did wrong. Trust me.
Yeah.
It's nothing that you did wrong. There are probably other factors or people that fit better for the role right now. There's so many applicants. But please be involved via the committees, via the Ummah room, via the community, helping out at the events, and advice for people that want to be on Shura and they didn't get selected for next year's Shura. The number one thing we always look for is people that attend the events, people that are always helping out, people that are always in the Ummah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, if you're nowhere to be seen, the chances of you being picked for Shura are not that high. But again, like everyone did an amazing job. Everyone is super qualified to be on Shura this year. It's really hard. But alhamdulillah, this Shura, I think you guys are the dream team, man.
Yeah. Shout out also the Shura election committee.
Yeah, Shura election committee. Yeah, everyone that went through the hours of interviews on Zoom. So we had Hind, we had Janan, we had Rifka, we had Abu Nur, we had Laddu, and we also had myself, as all of us are graduating seniors this year.
Yeah.
We had a lot of interviews to go through. So big pat on the back to everyone that was on that, pat on the shoulder to everyone that was on that committee.
Yeah, good job, everybody. But we have some exciting news for tomorrow. Would you like to say what we're going to be doing?
Yeah, so tomorrow, two of our people on our new Shura, actually, and they're on Shura right now, Noor Ryan and Hussein Abu Rahma, took the lead on putting together some kind of Eid festivity for everyone. I know it was really hard this Eid because you're not able to hang out with everyone the same way you're able to on other Eids. And we wanted to do something for Ummah. So we're actually having an Ummah game night tomorrow at 6 p.m. So please make it out. It's going to be via Zoom. It's bit.ly/Ummah Eid. Type that into your browser. And we have a flyer up on our Instagram and stuff. So please be there tomorrow at 6 p.m. We're all going to hang out, have some fun.
Did I type it right?
Yeah, you typed it right. There you
go.
Good. There you go. Rifka just put it in the chat. Riffy33 it's in the chat. So please, everyone, tomorrow, we're looking forward to you coming through to the game night.
Yeah, it's going to be really fun.
Yeah, inshallah, we can still make the most out of this quarantine.
Inshallah. All right.
Pin it in the chat. Oh my God. You can do that. All right, it's pinned. It is pinned. It is there. All
Make
right.
sure to clarify. Yeah, the UMMA has to be capitalized.
Yeah.
For you to join the Zoom.
I think
But
the
it'll be
E needs to
fun.
be capitalized too. The
Oh.
E and E. It's all good though. It's all good. Everyone, make sure you capitalize the E and E. We'll have it on the flyer. We'll have the link in our bio. We'll have all that, and we'll put it in the UMMA chat. So if you are not part of it, reach out to us and we'll get you added. But we'll definitely have the link to you guys. It'll be there for you. But thank you guys so much for coming out. Thank you, Rifka. Thank you, Abunur.
Thank you, Jamal.
Everyone on the board for this year, despite all the difficulty and adversity, we've never seen like a virus like this affect a complete quarter of our year. Being able to persevere, being able to still put on amazing events and stay in with them. Big thank you to this year's Shura, and big good luck to next year's Shura as well.
Good luck, everybody, and thank you, Abunur, again. Thank you, Jamal, for leading this all. We couldn't have done it without you all. So, yeah. Inshallah, there's going to be more things that we're putting on, but inshallah. So stay tuned with UMMA, keep following us on everything, and yeah, all right.
All right, assalamu alaikum, everyone.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody. This is so funny.